What's going on, everyone? This is Erik with Full Mount MMA, and today I am joined by UFC flyweight Tracy Cortez. Tracy, how are you?
I'm doing great. How are you guys?
I'm doing well. Thank you so much for joining me today. You have a big fight coming up against Melissa Gatto at UFC 274. Just about a week away from the fight right now. So, kind of where are you in the training camp? How's everything going?
Exactly a week away. Man, everything's gone great. I'm healthy. Game plans on point. Everything's just going amazing.
That's great to hear. Melissa Gatto, a very tough opponent, undefeated as well. You're used to taking zeros. You did it against Maria Agapova on the Contender Series in 2019. Does it mean more for you to be able to kind of take that undefeated status away from these fighters?
Every single time, that it's a good feeling. I do I do feel very underestimated in every fight. Just example, a Contender Series. So I'm not going in there trying to prove a point. I'm gonna just go in there and keep doing what I do. Get pray to God I worked hard enough and get that dub and on to the next.
It's been about a year since you've been able to compete. I know you had some bad luck with the last fight, just with it being canceled against JJ Aldrich. But I was just wondering, what have you kind of been, obviously recovering from injury, but what else have you been able to kind of work and focus on during this about year layoff?
For everything for the most part. There's just because I was injured and after that life kind of just hit and I've been just busy with life, but I'm still in the gym. I was still grinding. I was still learning and evolving and growing, and I didn't take no days off. Even if I couldn't train, there was a period where I couldn't train. I'll just watch. So
What was the injury? I couldn't find it anywhere.
oh, we didn't. It was just an injury.
Oh, okay.
It wasn't a good one.
Was it a long recovery process before you're able to get 100% again?
Yeah.
I see.
It was a little rough one, but I'm healthy as could be now, thank God.
No, that's great. And it's been a couple of fights as well since you've been able to compete in front of the full crowd, obviously with COVID shutting everything down for a while. How excited are you to be able to make your return in front of the fans, in front of just a stacked card as UFC 274?
Dude, I'm so grateful that I'm even that they put me on a big card like that. I didn't think we would be able to make it happen, especially because the card at the time was so stacked that I was pressing. I was like, that's my hometown. Put me on that card. Like, it makes sense. I'm ready. I'm healthy. I'm in shape. Put me on that card. And I'm just grateful that they did. And now it's the rush of, oh my God, I'm fighting home now. Like I can't remember I think it's been like 5 years since I fought in Arizona, let alone at the Footprint Center. So that's a big dream come true for me.
Is it more pressure fighting at home? I know some fighters, tend to, I know Robert Whitaker was telling me, for example, that he actually faced a lot more pressure having to fight at home.
No,
does that apply to you at all?
not at all. I love the pressure. I thrive off of it. What we do is just is high on pressure itself. So I don't shy away from it.
We have a great team backing you up in Fight Ready in Arizona. Who have you been training with over there to get ready for this fight?
Everybody. I have a great team. And I kind of just stick with people that are around roughly my size or the size of Melissa. But I have a great big, it's a group of, I want to say like 20 maybe plus. So we have a great team and a great coaching that I'm very confident in my camp.
I saw you and Henry Cejudo did some grappling instructional videos. He just re-entered the USADA testing pool. Is that an exciting time at the gym to have somebody like that starting to compete again?
Henry's like a brother to me. I've grown up with them. I've spent numerous of holidays and birthdays and parties, and so it's almost like hearing my brother tell me, yo, like, I'm gonna get back in the cage. It's like, hell yeah, bro, good for you. Good shit. Like, you still feel like you gotta go for it. So it's not one of those, oh my God, I gotta train with Henry Cejudo. No, it's like, dope, like, and I'm grateful that Henry is always willing when he is in the gym to give me time and give me some knowledge on the mats.
Is he taken up more of like a coaching role since his time off? I know it seems like he's been, cornering some fighters. How has it been the change of role for him?
Throughout the years, he's always been kind of, I don't want to say a mentor, but he's definitely played that role in my career where I do value what he says, and he's guided me throughout my career a little bit here and there. Like I'll go to him, hey, what do you think about this? And just through experience, trial and error, and obviously ultimately, like all the choices in my career has been up to me, but I do have great people guiding me, and he is one of them.
Is he going to be one of your corner men next week?
Oh no, no, that's like my brother. That's not my coach. No, he won't be cornering me.
Well, your record speaks for itself, but you're one of the most talented fighters making their way up the flyweight rankings right now. You have to figure with a win over a fighter like Gatto that you'd be looking at a top 15 ranking soon. Would you agree with that?
Yeah, hopefully. That's the plan, to move up, but we'll see.
Is there like, you're still very young in your career as well. Like, is there a rush for you to get in the top 15, or do you want to take your time and gradually progress?
We've had the conversations, where I am eager, and everyone's just telling me to be smart with my career. Especially as a woman, it's very different compared to a man. So after this fight, it is a talk that I'm going to have with my team and my manager.
Absolutely. Well, do you have
how we're going to approach this?
Of course. Do you have a prediction for how this fight plays out?
I don't. She's a tough opponent, and I keep hearing that, like, oh, she's a tough opponent. She's a tough opponent. But realistically, we're all tough. We're in the UFC. Everyone's fucking tough. At this point, it's okay. Who's going to go in there with the right game plan? And I know it's gonna be an exciting fight because we're both pressured fighters.
Absolutely. Well, I'm sure that this answer is going to depend on how this fight goes. If it's a war, I'm sure you're not going to want to fight as many times this year or be able to. But if all goes to plan next week, do you know how many more times you would like to fight in 2022?
Realistically, I would want two, an extra two. I want to be active, get 3 fights in this year.
Awesome. I was just curious. I saw that you and Brian got a new house. Are you in the new house right now?
No, not right now. He came to bring me coffee. Everyone came over to come see me, and we're just hanging out.
Oh, that's great. Well, I was just curious. Is it nerve-wracking watching him fight? I've never interviewed a fighter in a fighter relationship before. That's always blown my mind. Like, how nervous do you get as a fighter watching him compete in there?
Honestly, I almost got more nervous than I do for my fight. And I think it goes back to the whole, when I'm in the cage, I'm in control. I know what I'm doing, and watching someone it's just out of your control. You can't help them. You can't be there. You can't. So it was hard. It was definitely hard for me. It was something that I was just, my heart was just like pounding out of my chest. I was like, shit, I wanted to jump in that fucking cage so bad.
I could only imagine. But Tracy, you've been so generous with your time today. I want to let you drink your coffee. But before I let you go, do you have any shout outs, any teammate sponsors that you wanted to shed some light on? I'll give you the floor.
Thank you so much. Yeah, man. I wanna express how grateful I am that everyone's always been super supportive towards me and loving, and my fans that, I didn't realize how hard my fans go for me. And I just want to thank all my fans for always showing me so much love. I want to thank my sponsors, Live Fit and Ghost. So yeah, that's it.
Fantastic. Well, Tracy, thank you so much for the time. I wish you the best of luck at UFC 274 next week. It was great to talk to you.
Thank you so much. Have a good one.
Hey everyone, thanks for watching this video. If you like our content, be sure to subscribe to Full 9 MMA. And while you're at it, make sure to hit the bell icon as well so you never miss an update from us.